A lot of you probably won't remember this. It's the Supersledge from Fallout 4 that I built a long time ago. A lot of people have commented and said that it didn't make any thrust. And I know it does make some thrust, but I don't know how much. And I had this idea where I would test it by hooking this up to something and letting it hang and seeing if it would blow itself in a big circle, like a circular pendulum. I don't even know what that's called. It's time to find out how much thrust this thing has in a real world situation. You can tell this thing's been sitting around for a while because of all the rust that's on it. But I fired it up the other day and it still works just like when I first made it. It's got an EDF jet engine in it and a propane afterburner system. The propane doesn't really make any extra thrust, but it does look really cool when there's a giant blue blowtorch flame coming out of the end of it. So the goal today is to build something that I can hang it from so it can spin freely to see how much thrust it has. Initially, my idea was to tie this up to a tree branch with a rope and then just turn it on. But then the rope that goes over the tree branch, I would have to tie off across because if it spun around, it would wrap itself to the rope and then the rope would get twisted up. So I decided that I would build a frame with a pulley on it that would spin so that I can reduce the amount of friction to see how much thrust this actually has. See if it can make it move itself. I mean, it's gotta be high enough. I mean, it'd be better to make it too high than too low, because if it's too low, it just makes it a pain if it's too high, but I can still do it. Yeah, I'll just have to go a little higher. I'll use the ladder. Okay. Put all of my stuff in my way. This should be fine. Oh no! I gotta do it left-handed. Didn't even need the ladder. Good enough. Yeah, that's more than enough. Tree's dead, got hit by lightning. So for all you hippies out there, don't worry about it. I had to get my marks for where to put holes to drill this into the wood. My mount plate. I'm gonna go to the garage, build the mount plate. Swivel. I think that's enough. Perfect. Save all your fasteners, kids. Pro tip, keep everything. In order to get this thing to spin around, the point that it's spinning from can't be wobbling. It needs to be stable. So I got this plate that I'm gonna screw into those 2x4s that I put on the tree, and this is going to stabilize this pulley that I got for a couple dollars. The problem is I need to get this on here and it needs to be rigidly mounted to that but still be able to spin. And it doesn't have a bearing in the middle, which I thought it did when I bought it, probably why it was so cheap. I'm gonna drill the mount holes first and then I'll drill the hole for this and I'll figure out if it's gonna work or not. Probably should be doing this on a drill press. Didn't feel like setting it up though. Come on, I need to go bigger. Actually, that works out because the next size up is a cobalt bit, which makes it easier to drill through steel. Oh, I got a splinter. There we go. I need grease. I'm not crazy concerned with this being ultra frictionless, but it's not gonna hurt to throw some grease on there because I'd like to see if this thing will actually spin around. So I'm gonna try to give it every opportunity to be able to do that. You may have noticed the names on the table. Those are my Patreon supporters. If you want your name on the table, links in the description. It's only $1 a month, and you'll help support builds like this, so I don't have to make everything out of scrap. Why do I put washers there? That just gets in the way. Let me fix this. I was thinking for spacing, but I don't need that there for spacing. I need it on the other side for spacing. I was not thinking this needs to sit right up against the bolt head so that there's nothing in the way of the propane line. If you donate $1 on Patreon, you can get grease on your name just like Kiefer McGugan just did. You might be asking yourself, why did I get such a long bolt? Well, the answer is, it was the only bolt that I had that fit the hole that's in the pulley, so that's why I used such a long bolt. There is a chance that even if this had a ball bearing on it, and I hook this Supersledge up to it, since it only on paper makes about 1 pound or so, 1.25 pounds of thrust, it's not going to spin no matter what, but it's worth a shot. I know what the numbers are. I want to see what that translates to in real life. I don't know what this pulley is made out of. It looks like it's some kind of powdered, sintered metal. Cast or something. I guess it looks like it's cast, but I'm assuming it's steel and I'm assuming I can weld to it, which is what I'm gonna do. Even if it doesn't make a strong weld, that doesn't really matter as much as the fact that I can make the metal stick together. As long as it holds a little bit, there's not gonna be that much force on it. It's not terribly magnetic. Actually, it might be not magnetic at all. That might be a problem. I'll figure something out. I wonder if that is aluminum. If that's aluminum, that's an issue. Well, it ain't steel. It's not big enough. Perfect. I just need a recess so that the bolt fits inside so that I can bolt the pulley to this, but it doesn't interfere with the bolt. Here's my mount. I just gotta find some way to attach this to the pulley. I need to drill this the whole way through, because if I don't, there's no way I can get to the bolt inside to be able to tighten this thing once I put it on. Oh, I'm gonna break my fingers. Just looked down, something was crawling at me. At this point, it's kind of unnecessary for me to buy this pulley at all. I think it was only like $2, because first of all, it doesn't have a bearing in it. Second of all, it's made out of aluminum, so I can't weld it. So I might as well just take another plate of steel, bent it to the shape that I want and drilled holes in that. But I figured this would work a lot better, and now it's not. I need to figure out what fastener I'm gonna use first. I can't use something too long, because if it goes through this wood, then it's gonna be punching into the propane hose that runs the Supersledge. That would be bad, so. I need a short black one with a bigger head. That's good. That's a problem. Check that out. Look at that. That's it. All right, now it's all done, and I'm worried that it's not going to do anything, but the idea is that I'll turn it on, and this will spin because the thrust of this will push it around in a circle, like that. Propane's on, thrust is on. Too much. There we go. Oh. Makes it extra hard because it's cold out here. Homemade jet engines, right? We're just gonna go with that. If it keeps spinning, it's working. It's not working. We're just gonna have to forgo the afterburner. It's working! I knew it probably wouldn't be much, but it's not much thrust. I think it's supposed to be 1.25 pounds that motor puts out, but I was hoping it would at least be enough that it would make it continue to spin, which it's doing. There were a lot of people that commented that said that that wouldn't make any thrust at all, which they're justified in saying that because of the way everything was shaped, but that's proof right there. It's going. Look at that. It's gonna hit the tree. This is awesome. Look at the thrust. Look at it go. It's gonna hit the tree. Oh no! Proof that it works. I'm super ecstatic that this actually worked and it actually had enough thrust to push it around, but that's not the coolest thing that happened because I took it out at night so that you can actually see the flames coming out of this when I have the propane turned on. This looks awesome. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Thanks for watching. Sub if you liked the video. Make sure notifications are turned on when you wanna see the next video come out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.